What I already packed about 14 or 15. Already pulled about 14 or 15 and about to go ahead and pack them. Like to join me? Here we go. Put on some background music. Today's selection will be resale intel. People always miss these popular mug brands. Seems pretty interesting. Check them out.
Brands that I found that sell for good money. Okay, and I'm going to show you various examples as well. Okay, so
it seems very low. Hopefully
okay.
the next video will be louder.
Is a company
but here we
that
go.
Works with different designers and artists. They
Anthropology,
do
what she
and
said.
they do mugs apparently, and these sell for decent money. So this first mug is
cool.
Pretty unique. It's
right,
nice hand-painted.
first thing
it's got
up.
a great shape to it. It's like a teacup shape, and this sold for $25 and $16 shipping. The tricky thing about Anthropology is that because they use different designers and artists, they don't all look the same. So this is just one example, but I wanted to show you a couple just so you're aware that they don't all look the same. So here's another Anthropology mug.
Starting
this
with
one
the
went for $36.
other
this
account.
Is a Fox
oh, it's on that
3D
phone.
Mug.
No,
Doesn't
right here.
exactly scream the brand. If you take a look at the bottom here, it does actually say Anthropology, but the last one before that, I don't believe it does.
Okay, Vesper Chimes hymnal, $6.89, $6.89 shipping.
Have the brand. So you'd have to actually look them up, but some of the art styles are very different. So this is another artist for Anthropology, Molly Hatch.
Vesper
and if
Chimes.
I saw this in the store, honestly, I would think it's just another typical grandma mug, like country farm style mug. But if you turn it over, it has the actual designer name on there, Molly Hatch.
Anthropology.
Okay, you see it nice and neat there.
Can't say I really sold an Anthropology mug as of yet.
So
I'll
this
keep
one
an eye out for those.
$26.
I've heard that name before though.
Shipping. And the last one I want to show you for Anthropology, this one went for great money. This was a bid. Went for $51 and then $8.22 shipping.
$51 mug.
It doesn't have the Anthropology label on it. It just says the artist name.
Expensive than a mug.
Okay, and so this one is adorable. It's a cat mug, and it has a little cat in the bottom of it. All right, so that was the first brand, Anthropology. The next is 10 Strawberry Street. Their designs are consistent, so the label at the bottom, 10 Strawberry Street, that's pretty easy to spot. The font and the design, the shape of the mug, and there's another one
running
here.
out of my plastic bag, dude.
Same exact thing. Same style, but inside is colored, the outside is cream, and then they have a little design with some words. So the next brand is Le Crusettes. So I have not personally found this brand either, but it's pretty easy to spot. The bottom here actually says the brand. You don't have to turn this thing over. They're very simple and understated. They're nice glaze, but there's nothing else to them. It's just a nice stoneware mug that people go for. So this one sold for $25.
Yeah, I'm going to play something off of here next time.
And
that seems
another
very
one
low.
that's Le Creuset. This is very, very plain. This is a brown mug. It's personally, I might walk by this and not realize that it was worth anything. This one sold for $26 and then $16 shipping. Okay, so next
the go-to daily refinement. Gotta do
Pioneer Woman. So this one, your eyes are popping. $133 for this mug. These are actually rare. So it's the pot belly shape of the Pioneer Woman mug that is very sought after. It's beautiful and you might spot it anyways in the store, but this one's kind of rare. But they actually have a couple of these that sold for over $100, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
For regular Pioneer Woman, this one sold for $18. That's more reasonable price to find a mug for.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
so
just
this
think it's too quiet.
At the bottom you can tell that it's Pioneer Woman, and this
started listening to this the other day and cut it, but it's in the headphones. Take it off the headphones.
Bob says, hi Chris, do you have any sellers in the group that sell die-cast cars?
Yes.
All right, here we go. 4 minutes in.
Cars. Like Hot Wheels. The die-cast cars is the category. It's just the thing that would be only a little bit different is the storage. So I would go to Monday. Michael's off today, but every Monday we have a toy-specific call. So,
okay, starting from the top here.
His storage system is insane. It can store
2 Christian Kids DVDs, $10.89, $10.89.
Main thing with die-cast cars, in my opinion, is you need a larger storage because the sell-through rate takes a little bit longer. And I would want to give die-cast cars, in my opinion, 1 year to sell. I wouldn't rush it because you want to find the right customer. If you rush it, you're not going to get enough money for them, in my opinion.
John says, hi, do you use eBay's marketing tools, newsletters, coupon sales, etc. to sales and more activity?
Bro,
I actually used the wrong deodorant with all that build-up. But anyway, Ice Soto and Spellbook, $10.89, $10.89.
Overview of all 10 in a row, but we talk about that constantly. Before I go over what they are, remember, promotions are just extra sauce, okay, extra credit. You should be able to get enough sales without promoting systems. Like the Snickers bar example I gave earlier. If you listen to the candy section, it should sell automatically. The promotion promotions. There's a lot of them. There is offer to watcher. That's maybe the most effective. Offer to watcher. There's sales event plus markdown. There's an order discount. There's a shipping
And the
discount.
cardboard.
I use the volume discount as well. There's also buyer groups. There's public and private coupons. Help them get
Same
along.
bet
Let's promote
time,
these things.
same bet
I think that's all of them. There's a lot. So I use all of them because you want to give every single opportunity to the customer to buy an item. You also want to be top rated seller. You also want free returns and 1 day handling or less, so that you qualify for the top rated seller
Here,
discount.
that one, plastic bags. Let me go get some more plastic bags.
Like 9 days to ship. If you ship 1 day or less, eBay will reward you heavily reward you.
Alabama Flip says, any advantage to pre-package your items where they just need the shipping label to be shipped when they sell? I'm thinking more of one-off items where no combined shipping would be needed.
Sure. So shout out to Chris, Bonafide Hustler. He has what he calls a box wall. It looks like, can they see this? Yeah. Okay. The box wall is all the items, and it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything is pre-packaged, ready to go. That's a great way to do it because you already know the weight, dimension, size. We did that, so we did 100 sales and all.
But anyway, I'm on the
that
camera.
scenario. The other scenario where we have to package the items.
I'll just go ahead and
highly
waste some polymer.
Mary Bruce says, hi, I sell common clothing brands. Average sell price $15, which gives me a $10 profit. Some days I sell 6 items and the next day 2. Any idea
Hey, you
why?
know what? I'm gonna
That's great. So this question is
cut the
fantastic.
camera. I don't feel like wasting polymer. Let's be right back.
Hopefully will make you feel better. My sales ranged. In my opinion, that's the same. 6 sales a day and 2 sales.
All right, I'm back.
On a day-to-day basis, there's no difference.
So list 30 a day, because you'll at least get 10
Yeah, on
sales.
a bad day, if you list 30 days average sales, it will never be 30. It's going to be 28, 40, 12, 19, and that's just how it works. Unless magically you get the same number of customers every day, it doesn't work like that.
Ripton Sista says, do you think it's possible to net 250,000 net solo without dying? That's my ultimate goal. Taking baby steps now to get to 100,000 net. Thanks for everything.
250 a day is, let's see, that's like 600. Okay, let's break it down. 250 a day, there's 224 working days a year, so you have to make like $1,000 a day profit. Just like every normal $250,000 a year job, those types of jobs usually are not 9 to 5. If you're making more than $250,000 a year, usually you're working a 7 to 7. That's just my experience. Okay, I don't know that many people who make $250,000 or more and don't work 12 hours a day. So that being said, in that 12-hour day, you have to pump out $100 profit an hour to comfortably make $250,000 a year. So depending on how fast you are at listing, I think it's around 100 a day. You have to list 100 a day to comfortably make $250,000 a year. It's not that hard in a sense that mathematically 100 a day is definitely doable in about I would say
9 ounces.
8 hours. Okay, so 8 hours a day of listing, organizing, prepping, shipping, putting things away, totally doable. Now, this is the part that's difficult. Maybe write this down. Everybody write this down. Do you have a reliable way to acquire your items? That's really the key. If so, the $250,000, no problem, because that's just you listing, processing, putting things away, shipping, customer service, no problem. Now, if it's variable, we don't know what we're getting, then no.
What
not
was
reasonable.
this? I didn't even write on it or anything.
This is why so many people
Never get
stop
too
at
caught up
100,000.
in doing something else.
Gross. So
All right,
I'll give you
1 pound,
an
3
example.
ounces.
I think his name is Matt. What's Osborne's first name? Don? Maybe it's Don.
This was
You see his sales chart,
the
right? Very
hymnal.
difficult to go above $1,000
Vesper
a day,
hymnal.
400K. I would guess, looking at his Instagram, he makes between 100 and 150,000 profit a year. Very difficult to go from the 150 to 250 without the items being the same. It's around 1 million, I'm saying, gross sales to make 250,000. Solo, that's very difficult. I've only seen 20 people do that this entire time I've been talking about eBay, including Texas Sports who did it. I think for multiple years he was doing 1 to 1.2 solo, and all his other businesses. And there's a lot built into it, but sort of like the if you want something done, give it to a busy person kind of mentality. Did they say what his name is?
Right.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
Someone said Tim.
Tim, that's right. Tim. I was wondering if it was Tim. So it would be very difficult for Tim, in my opinion, to make $250,000 a year because there's too much variance in what he sells. Can he make a 6-figure living? No problem. But like,
okay,
between 6-figure and 250. Very big
size
like,
10.
How many people do you guys know put in the chat that make over 250?
Steve Madden shiny boots.
I just don't see it. So
Surprised somebody's buying these in
comments on the highlights. So PE
summer.
says, I'm a PE teacher, part-time reseller, new dad, and YouTube content creator. Managing my time better because of your advice. Working the late hours on my YouTube content and starting to grow. Thank you.
1989 ship.
The alarm goes off in here when people are getting a new unit, and I guess people are getting a new unit. They're going to like I appreciate you doing all that because it's hard, right? New dad.
Got 'em kinda
I was trying to do the math
like the shoe store has them sometimes
half the baby, right?
on
So
the wall.
that is freaking hard. You already lose your 12 hours of the day, right? Then you have to somehow sleep. So it's like hopefully 5 to 7 hours.
What do I do
I
with
only have
these?
5 or 6 hours left, so it's very, very, very difficult. Being a PE teacher, the content creation is difficult to compact. It's very difficult to do all that. I would recommend maybe 1 to 3 videos a week. Get a resale listing habit of at least 10, and then I wouldn't do more than that. Wait till your kid's a little bit older. For me, I totally understand that I cannot do what I want to do right now because of my baby. It's too hard. There's not enough hours for me to really crunch because there's just not enough hours in the day. So it sounds weird.
So you want the bubble wrap?
There's like so much I can do and I'm not doing it. This thing right now, the potential to be a better human is so high. We're all doing this for a reason. So like, I'm going to say one sentence on this because I don't want to get canceled. I think recognizing your potential is the key to happiness because you're like, there's so much more I can do, so it's inspiring. Versus like, some people get hurt by not reaching their potential, but please don't look at it that way.
Cardboard around all of
I find
this.
it inspiring. I mean, people that are like, it took me all day, now it takes me an hour. I mean, like, I'm trying to figure out the meal prep for the baby. That's hard because I want to do protein, veggie, carb for the baby, and I'm like, I should be doing protein, carb, whatever, for myself. So I'm looking at the baby. She can't feed herself yet. She can't walk. She can't talk yet. So basically, she's dependent. So I got to figure out how to do all the stuff she can't feed herself. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Congrats on doing all that stuff because I've been there.
Super chat, big drift. This is happy 4th. That shirt makes me want a hot dog.
Yes. Me too.
Okay, Joe has a question. Would you recommend YouTube Plus for high-end collectibles over 1,000?
I just recommend you ship it with shipping. That video is not going to guarantee anything. It won't. It's okay, and I guess it's not too much work to flip on your phone.
I hope that tape isn't too annoying.
As long as you have a good history with eBay, they got you.
Alright, wrapped up
It might be
pretty
history.
straight.
People have that confused. I mean, like
pretty
years,
good.
Job. Then if you get scammed once or twice, most of the
And
time,
a little bit more
I have that issue
cardboard.
with that. I sold 12 Nintendo Switches, somebody scammed me on one of them, and I lost all the profit from the previous items, and eBay refunded me the whole amount because the item that I received back, the weight was different. So they just took care of it. So of course, it's not always that straightforward. Sometimes you will take it on the chin, but I haven't been scammed enough to really care about how many scams there are on eBay. It's just really good clickbait for YouTube, but honestly, there's not that many scams. And somebody helped me with how to get rid of allergies, other than local honey, but just sometimes allergies are super annoying.
Yeah. Mecca says, do you always sell with free shipping, or is that determined by the type of product and expected profit margin?
Okay, so this is a great way to think of things. So in the eBay white paper, I guess the big takeaway you would take away from my channel and from our Patreon is only think about what the customer wants. So for me personally, I only think about what customers want. So like for this YouTube channel, I'm thinking best information, short, concise, maybe a Q&A. I don't care how I want to do it. In fact, I realize that the production value doesn't matter that much in a sense that we don't need.
This is going to be
we
about
just need to answer questions related to reselling. So for the free shipping, you think about the customer. In some categories, it's all free shipping. On Amazon, if you're an Amazon seller, you charge for shipping.
£9.
It depends on the category. If you're selling, okay, that being said, if you buy a ladder on Home Depot, or on Home Depot or on Amazon, usually they charge for shipping.
2.8
Even on
pounds.
Amazon listing. So if you're selling ladders, totally reasonable to charge for shipping and to have free local pickup because it's a big bulk
Put
item.
that in a
But,
big old poly.
jewelry, I feel like it's almost always free shipping. It's so light, and charging a customer $4.99 on a $200 item is kind of corny.
Go right
So
to
it depends. If you
Pirate
know what your
Silk
customer's experience is,
with the
the
box
ultra,
and the
ultra
bag
highest level
rate.
of customer service, I find that they actually charge for shipping. Because like sometimes people think free shipping is a premium feature, and I think that's not necessarily true. Like premium would be like taking extra care to ship the item. So I've seen before like $1,000 collectible, that's £1, $75 for shipping. I've seen that, and I think it's reasonable. Like maybe it requires a video.
The bag gotta
requires
make it
triple
2.9.
boxing, bubble wrap. Maybe it requires hand delivery. I don't know. So
Nope,
it really depends. I think
2.8.
charging for shipping is reasonable as long as the customer thinks it is.
Somehow.
Gio says, best way to get repeating customers?
There we go. So I'm gonna pull on this. That's like my favorite.
2.89.
That's my favorite question, and I know I'm like sound with the noise.
Allergies. Can you get suffering from allergies?
2 pounds, 8 ounces. Yeah,
Wow, hopefully that wasn't too gross, guys.
Shauna.
Let's get repeat customers. You ready? Okay, guys, write this down. This is like super duper advanced eBay. You ready? All right. As you try and scale, this is so freaking important. So please write this down because this really.
I'm sure this is
Not knowing
12.
this when I was growing. As you
Yeah.
try and scale, your
By
overhead goes up.
7
Okay, so,
by
this is related to repeat
6,
customer
7.
Your overhead goes up. You need more shelves. You need more space. Maybe you get a storage unit. Maybe you need to pay electricity, more supplies. Cost of goods is now way higher because you're buying 10 items instead of 5. Spending more, but you don't have any sales yet. Okay, so essentially you're spending all this extra money hoping to get more sales. You
Right.
double your listing however from 5 to 10, 10 to 15. Some people go crazy and go from 15 listings a day to 50 listings a day. So now you have all these extra expenses. There is only one way to survive.
Got
Okay, you have
stuff.
to have repeat customers.
Okay, right here.
If you
Cool.
don't have repeat customers, what
All right,
happens?
1639, 1639, Oxygenics. Yeah. Oh, I hit the volume, my bad.
Your sales drop. Your average sale
15.
price drops.
I got a bunch of these. I think I got like 3 left.
Without the repeat customer, you can't survive. So the way to get repeat
Should have
customers
raised the
is
price
selling
earlier
similar
than I
things
did, but
and
I didn't.
A bigger selection.
What
That's
do
the
you
only way.
do?
I haven't seen any other version of it. You have to get to the point where people buy 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 of the same item from you and come back to your store and repeat buy. Otherwise, I haven't seen eBay work in the scale of like going from 30 to 50 listings a day. That's why the everything seller struggles past that. Because for Tim, it's difficult to buy a vacuum cleaner and a pair of Nikes. And so he's capped at making $150,000 profit. Maybe he makes
This
$40,000.
deal. Somebody complained about the way I shipped this off recently.
So many things into the same thing.
But
So without being able to maintain that price, you're screwed. And I know it's kind of
I say it was good enough.
It didn't really sit in my brain until like maybe 2 years ago that without repeat customers,
Yeah,
you can't do
£1.14.
this. It's so hard to get a brand new customer into your store that if you're just known for something, they will go back. They will go back. If you download your insights, they'll tell
Yeah,
you how
I mean,
many repeat
that's
customers you
decent,
have,
ain't
recognize the usernames. That's so massive for you.
yeah,
If you don't have
it's
repeat customers, you're going to be stuck in this whatever number of sales you have will be difficult to grow.
Let's see. Thrift says, only after 2 days a pop-up came out saying I didn't have a condition stated. I did, and it showed up a list of other things and even an incorrect size. Why?
That doesn't really happen unless maybe you list it from
Sometimes you
mobile.
can't
On mobile,
satisfy
you might find
everybody.
it.
But yeah,
Sometimes
put
the
it in the
translation of
bag.
item specific condition doesn't go through, and you can't enter condition description very well on mobile. So if you list it on a computer, that's very unusual, but I wouldn't worry about it. That's just one listing. So I wouldn't base anything you do on one thing, just move on.
Suzette says, can I list a Tommy Hilfiger or should I worry about Vero? I see it listed and I'm confused.
Every single brand is subject to Vero. Vero is a verified rights owner. So the verified rights owner, the owner of Tommy Hilfiger, the brand, they can ask you to remove the item at any time. So just keep that in mind if you're listing items and keep your ear out to the grapevine. Whatever product you're selling, listen to see the profit in the Vero. If it does, remove it. That's all you can do. People are confused by this because it's gray. eBay is gray market. So once you realize it's gray, it takes all the pressure off. Okay, it's not black and white. There is no you can list this, you can't list that. People who think black and white will 100% fail on eBay. It's not that way. It's gray. There are certain things you can list, and the exact same thing you can't list. Isn't that not confusing? Like you could say, like for example, there's a Nike shoe that you could sell to Iowa, completely legitimate. You sell the same pair of shoes to Austria, suspended for life. Like that's really dramatic for just 1 or 2 things. When you sell Nike shoes, you need to understand the import-export of certain style. That's just up to you. Like if you open a liquor store in these called blue states, and you sell alcohol on Sunday and they don't allow that, you can be arrested. It's your responsibility to sell liquor in a state that's blue. I think that's true. I don't know what. I used to live in a blue state for alcohol, and like you can't sell it on Sunday, or you can't sell it before 10 a.m. or something, or only certain places can sell it. It's your job to figure out what the rules are and what you sell.
Probably
and if you're confused,
13.
It's great. Like there's no one way to do it. I got suspended selling.
Thinking about
sample
eyeballing
sneakers
this
on
stuff from
eBay,
now
even though
on,
eBay promotes, please sell sample sneakers. If all of you right now
because
sold
it seems to hardly matter.
But if you sold 100
But
of them, in one day, you probably
12,
get suspended. It's
9,
really confusing.
12,
So there's no
9,
one way or the other. The
6,
issue for me is
12,
not
9,
the Nikes or
5.
Nike pants. Managed payments doesn't like you selling all one brand, so it is what it is.
Alex B says, how much should I pay people to source clothing for me?
Whatever you can afford. So if your margins are really high, I would recommend keeping your cost of goods. This is going to sound
Right
crazy.
there.
50% or lower. So
2 books that I should have charged more for. Just listed these
I buy stuff for $1, sell for $15. That's
today.
what is that? It's like 6% of what you're selling for. Why am I?
All right, but anyway, $6.49 and $6.89.
I want to be in the $30 plus range. I told you guys my goal is 1,000 sales a day at $30.
2 coloring books, adult coloring
1,000
books.
sales a day, $30 gross. So I'm willing to spend $15 on an item that sells for 30 plus shipping. So if you were sourcing for me,
Floribunda style
$30 plus items guaranteed.
and Floribunda basics. Yeah, so what happened with this, I remember, I intended to sell these for close to 20 bucks, but then the comps showed something else. So I foolishly went with the comps, which you never want to really do. You really want to go with, if you set your mind to sell it for this, there was a reason why you did so. So don't follow the comps all the time is the moral of the story. But anyway,
Backwards Junior says, I have a question.
Okay,
I'm not a normal
cry
seller. I want to
over
sell my shoes, but don't want to
spilled.
get taxed to $99. Is there a way of selling an item in different places online to not get over that $600 profit?
Oh my goodness. Can you please leave our country? My God. Like, why do people not want to pay tax?
Wow,
I don't understand. Like, what's the problem with paying tax? Like, you use roads and use electricity and... Oh my God, it's crazy. You should unsubscribe. This channel is only for people who want to pay tax. I know that sounds wild, right? Why would you want to pay tax? So, okay, 2 things. There's only one way to avoid tax, and that would be, I guess, collect cash from someone where there's no record, right? So, you collect cash from somebody for the transaction, and then part 2, you don't report the cash. That would be how you avoid taxes. If the money is collected, you cannot avoid that $1099. Over $600, they're going to report you, because that's by law. So, I recommend the legal way of avoiding taxes, and I'm not a CPA, so don't sue me, but this video is sponsored by 1-800-ACCOUNTANT, so call 1-800-ACCOUNTANT and get some professional advice from them right now, and then let me know afterwards your experience from them, because the first call, the $279 consultation is free. So go ahead and call them, get some true advice. But I recommend the legal way to offset your tax, which is to incur the cost of inventory this year and postpone the tax for next year. So let me give you an example. You buy this pair of shoes for $70. You sell for $140. You just plus fees or whatever. So you double money. You now have, instead of the shoe, you now have $140. If you were to report this to the IRS, you now owe tax on 70. Does that make sense? You bought it for 70, you net 140, you have $70 extra now. What I recommend you do is instead of being illegal and not reporting tax, buy 2 pairs of shoes now. So now instead of this is only cash-based accounting, and don't sue me. Now instead of $70 cash, you have 2 pairs of shoes. Okay, you can now do the same thing and have $280, right? So I recommend you defer your tax by putting it in inventory for the future. I do not recommend you do not pay taxes. That is a wild question. That is a wild question.
Let's see. Another question from Laura C.
Laura, what's up?
Hi, Chris, how's it work? I was thinking of promoting all my listings and raising my prices so I can cover the promoted listing fee. What are your thoughts?
It doesn't work that way.
Little bit
Customers,
more
like if it's
safe to
$19.99 in the
hide
market
what
for,
it
let's say, this shirt. Somebody look at the shirt up on eBay. The chubby shirt. I think the market's like $22. If you mark it up to like $30 and have 25% promoted listings rate, no one's going to click on it. It's too expensive. You can't have the customer pay for promoted listings. That's not how it works. You have to eat it. Oh, guys, the 10 promotions I talked about earlier, it's around 10. It's like offer to watcher, coupons, sales event plus markdown, coupons, public and private, buyer groups, promoted listings, volume discount, shipping discount, order discount. All of those things cost you money. And they are all, there's no special fund. Optional. You don't need to do any of them. You can just list an item at the price that you want, like Craigslist Hunter, no promotions, spend your time listing your items and you'll be fine. There are plenty of people who can kill it if you not use any promotions. They're optional. Getting your customer pay for it doesn't make sense. You know what, Christine? We have a 20% off coupon for this $100 pair of shoes, right? So you can use this coupon to save $20, but the coupon costs $20. It doesn't work. No one's going to be like, okay, and then they didn't realize that they paid for the discount. It doesn't work. It doesn't, you can't make them pay for it. How that works is you would mark it up to $120, right? But the store next to you is selling it for $100. It doesn't work. You have to take it on the chin. All the promotions cost money on eBay. And let me explain to you why. You are buying the traffic. Okay, so maybe Christine doesn't care about this pair of shoes, but then you give her a 20% coupon, she's like, oh my God, now I care about these shoes. That's where it comes from. You're buying that traffic, you're buying that interest, so you have to exchange for that.
try to get a better angle.
John Lawson says,
John, what's up?
Chris, is reselling something for someone who is not
Yeah,
a
that might be a
supervillain?
little better.
Is this the John Lawson, the famous John Lawson? Yes, it depends on your level. If you are a hobby seller, and I consider a hobby seller making less than $2,000 a month, you can just casually do it for fun. I just recommend you casually do it intensely. Because just like you want to sell 1 pair of shoes, do it the right way. But you don't have what I sold 1 item, I wouldn't say, you know what? This pair of shoes only comes with the right shoe because I'm just casually doing it. It doesn't work. Like, the customer still wants both shoes. So I recommend doing things the right way one time. And what is even a go-getter?
All right.
Like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I meet people all the time that make me feel so lazy. Like, I don't even know how they do that. Like, let's look at like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's in like
2 pounds, 4
ounces.
ounces.
Like, it's amazing. He's in commercials. He's in every single movie. He's like, I don't get how he exists. It's so hard. The economy that Kevin Hart, like, his infrastructure is like 300 people. Like, my friend works for Kylie Jenner.
Coloring books.
When she releases something on her website, 200 people are involved in the launch. Every single time it breaks the internet. Like, that makes me feel so lazy. So
12,
go-getter? I don't know.
10,
I don't know what that means. Also, but I do want to like touch on that for a
So
second.
redundant.
You can do
So
whatever pace you want. I was hanging out with a friend on the weekend, and she's an attorney.
What else?
And she said, I'm not like one of those super.
You know what? We're at 19 minutes. Yeah, let's go to this.
Ultra elite. Nah, I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to be in this low
Blu-ray.
level. I don't want to be in the lowest level.
And then let's just tell you what else I got. Now I'll cut the camera. Might try to think of
But you can't do that in the lower end of
more
all the front work. So I recommend people casually
more
resell your
expedient
$1,000
way to
fund.
do these
And then you can go on another
videos.
vacation, you can
But anyway,
hang out
got this
faster,
Philips
you can buy yourself
Blu-ray
access to
3D
But my recommendation for everyone, even with people with a full-time job, resell 30 a day.
Blu-ray player. I'm sure I got this for
My
$1.
house, do something a little bit more passive. Reselling is not passive,
So, and
try
then
to
I
do something a little bit
probably
more
didn't really look it up.
passive. Two more
But
questions.
anyway, sold it for $14.89 and $14.89
Size of
shipped,
text make a difference, I'm assuming.
which is mostly a waste of time to be doing
The majority of eBay
because the
buyers are
risk
over
you
30.
incur shipping off a
I think that's older because
DVD
under
player
30, I think there are more people than over 30. Is that wrong?
can be pretty
Some people are
annoying.
old. I know we're old. I think that people
In
over
my
30 are old because,
experience.
if there's more people that are under 30.
But since I got it for $1 and it worked,
Over 30, eyesight starts to get worse. So on
I went ahead and got it, I guess.
I would say like 12 might be the minimum. Below 12 is hard.
But anyway, got
So
a
I'd say 14. Use
good
the
size
people
box
that
for it right here.
Have great pictures because a lot of people will look through your pictures and decide whether or not to buy. They don't read anything. So somebody might have an iPhone 1 too. So we don't know how the technology is. So I recommend great photos is the most important, and then your descriptions keep it snappy, short, sweet. I recommend. I use the 14 font. I think it matters, but I'm not the time. Final question, guys. Happy 4th of July. Let's get some barbecue.
Good one. I think it's interesting. Here it is. So
I was gonna throw these mattress bags away, but and let's put the DVD player in it, Blu-ray player in it.
Not sure. Any thoughts?
If I was trying to be a criminal and pretend to be a UPS driver, I might buy that hat. But I think it's fine. I think you can't sell USPS or government official stuff. I tried to sell an FBI jacket and got removed. So I think you're not allowed to sell law protection stuff. But UPS hats probably fine. A vintage hat also is pretty
That
cool.
provided not much cushioning at all.
Worry about a vintage UPS hat. That's cool. And I think if I was going to commit a crime, I would want
Bubble wrap
and definitely the current hat. But you wouldn't wear the vintage.
and a little cardboard,
matter
matter of
You
fact.
wouldn't wear Yeezys and to commit a crime wearing that vintage hat too doesn't make sense.
Pizza
So I would
box.
worry about vintage. I usually have no issues too because I've seen people do it, sell like fire department stuff, police stuff. But the uniforms are a little scary. I don't know. Maybe the chat looking for if you can sell badges or not. I'm not sure if you can do that. Criminals do
Specific
things.
rules?
There are specific rules. Yeah. So I would look in the trust and safety section, and if you have any questions, email eBay.
Yeah, the most important part of wrapping up DVD players, I think, and VCRs is really the corners. I hear they're the most prone to getting messed up by the shock of shipping.
Information to your professional tax preparer, and they'll make sure you're legit. The chances of being honest are almost zero. So just do the right thing. I would say really strong information. I think under $25 million a year, which I've had, they don't care. They're there for your fish to fry. So as long as you keep track a simple way, people will be able to find, or the IRS will be able to find you, YouTube, and if I don't care. Make sure you talk to a professional. I'm not legal
This
counsel.
looks
I'm not
pretty
a CPA.
terrible so far, but
See you next week.
you know, I really should have just put box in a box.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Resellers Podcast with Tech and Sports and Daily Refinement.
It would have been a
Today,
smart thing to
we're
do,
talking about the perfect eBay
but
store. So the perfect eBay store has a lot of
doing
definitions,
it the
a lot of
dumb
conversations,
way.
a pretty big conversation behind it because everyone defines it a little bit differently. So you might consider perfect the perfect size for you. You might consider perfect Reseller Nirvana where you list and sell the same number of items. And you
Alright,
say
let's
that
see
you
what
are
we're looking like
building
right
store
now.
perfect first, then fast.
Alright, this
So
fits
obviously
in
we
here.
define perfect as a 100 item.
Still need to add more cushion though, I think.
So 100 items per week. It's about 15 a day, and we want people to be able to do the listing.
Or I could
production
just
all
try my
out
luck
in
and
10 hours. So 10 hours a week of
deal with the crap.
and then the rest of the time depends on your sourcing. Sourcing was
And you know what? I'm gonna try my luck with this.
I think it's a great idea, and I think it is attainable. I think that, if you're listing 10 or 15 per day, you could do that in an hour, hour and a half, and that gets you into the 10 hours per week. So, for me, the perfect store at 100 items, I think that I'm going to want a very quick sell-through because I can actually go out and curate, 15 items a day that, I don't have to repair items. There's going to be little prep, and you can find 10, 15 items per day that are flaw-free, that are going to be easy to photograph, that are kind of in your wheelhouse, and then in change are going to be easy to list.
Little taperinos.
In order to have it only be 10 hours of work per week, you have to limit the testing, cleaning, the repairing, the grading. So if you were a shoe seller and your goal was 100 items per week, your goal for the first half
Gotta get a
of the
huge
first 6 hours is to
bag.
find 12 to 15 pairs that don't require any cleaning. So if you had that in your mind, you would skip everything except for the items that you can list immediately and go to the next store. Maybe you go to 3 or 4 extra
Huge
stores
bag.
instead of picking up items that you can clean the profit into.
Totally. And, when I was hitting the reps and, my listing goal was 30 a day or so, I would definitely skip over items that, maybe needed spot treatment as opposed to just running through the washer and dryer that maybe were missing a button and needed any kind of extra repair. So it's the same thing. If you're going to do shoes, don't look for projects. If you're going to do 10, 15 a day, just cruise around until you meet the goal of finding about 15
Throw
a day.
this inside the
It's going to
bag.
be on the back end as well, It's only until you
Long as it's not any more than 18 inches wide, then we're good for the box in the bag, which it is 18.
There's pros and cons to all of it. Like the pros are that, you're scaling, so, economies that scale are always going to be beneficial to a larger store. But also for a larger store, you are picking up items that maybe you normally would not pick up if you were doing the store that we're talking about now, because you have to be more aggressive with your buying since you have a more aggressive listing goal, and that takes more time.
That's right. So you can be picky and very choosy when you have the 100 item perfect store, because you can manually go buy the item one at a time, look over everything. You can do a
I'm crossing my fingers
clothing, you can have a little checklist,
that
check all the buttons,
this
check all the
Blu-ray
stickers,
player
check
does
all the
not get
colors,
messed up
see
in
if there's a
transit.
dry rot, if you're selling really old
Or
shirts, see if
anyway,
there's any stains in the armpits if you're selling new shirts, because certain items like formal wear, business wear will not sell as well with stains, because it's that category. And running shoes, into the right brand, don't even need tread on the bottom, so it really depends on what you're selling.
Yeah, and we have the toy call, and the toy call is bogged down by
12,
research sometimes. And I was thinking about
18
today,
by
when you sell toys, like, you have to be an expert
14
in every toy line.
and 3.
Transformers. You have to have all of this information across every single toy line. But if you're going to do the
18,
perfect 100 item store, 10 or 15 listings per day,
4.
you can concentrate only on button-up shirts.
Probably
Or you
about
can concentrate on like a subsection of a subsection of a niche, because you just
4
have to have
pounds,
the 10
2
or 15
ounces.
items that are exactly in your wheelhouse that are going to match your setup and match your expertise. So like a toy seller that's very broad. Clothing seller is very broad. You could be listing jeans, shorts, a polo shirt, maybe a hat, maybe a pair of shoes. Like that's all encompassing clothing.
6 pounds, 5
If you
ounces.
want to have the perfect store, you could build a business, build all of your setups, build your shipping station, build your storage station
5
around one
ounces.
particular type of clothing. You could have the 100 item perfect store, only cargo shorts.
And then, yeah,
Most knowledge in the cargo shorts niche.
just gonna go ahead and show y'all what else sold. For how much?
That's when people get bogged down with the extra research.
Absolutely. If you're operating a very niche store, excuse me, you could just be, modern G.I. Joe, you could just be vintage G.I. Joe, you could pick a even more
Okay,
specific category.
3 Pokemon Fates Collide packs, $10.99 and $11.89 ship. Took a little offer there. Where those at?
On the very, very high end. And maybe those items sell immediately on the low end, because when you start scaling, you start buying in bulk, and the inventory
3 packs.
very dramatic.
Right. So, when I was on the thrift route, I had no problem $8 into 30 all day, every day, because that was my sweet spot. But now that I do have to buy in bulk because I have
Good old yarn, about 12 bucks.
I would have personally picked if I was going to the thrift. But because I have such an
There.
aggressive listing goal, it's hard and it's difficult to find 100,000 items per year that are absolutely perfect and exactly what I would want to get. But if you have the 100 item perfect store,
2 girls mystery deals or whatever,
spend an extra 1 minute per photo.
toy, drinks or whatever it is,
My store, I can't.
$11.39, $11.39 ship.
Absolutely perfect photos doing 300 a day. It will totally cripple the entire assembly line here. So we talk a lot about big stores. They can absorb cost increase. They can absorb.
Thomas Tank Engine DVD, $4.39. Took an offer today, $4.89 ship. Of course today, but not sure when I listed it.
You can take your time.
Right there.
You can handpick perfect flaw-free items every single time, and that you are an expert of that subsection of the niche. That store will survive just fine. You get to pick items, and if your focus is on a
Bike
fixed
tire
set,
valve or
every
something,
single month your store theoretically could turn over.
$4.99, $4.99 ship.
And you do that 12 times per year.
Bicycle inner tube, yeah,
Multiplier calculator. If you can turn your
$49.49.
it's a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah, you will eventually reach the point within a year or two where you can't even spend the capital if you keep reinvesting. The thing that is the opposite of that, though, is
What I put that Barbie?
Another 100 items before fixing the 100 items that you have in your store now, you'll have a store that will never sell.
I just saw, okay.
You'll run out of space. So instead of running out, you're always going to run out of something, but you want to run out of things to buy. You don't want to run out of space.
Right. So would you say the most important metric for
Barbie, good vibes only.
the most important metric sell-through?
Okay, T. Alright, $7.39, $7.39.
I agree with that.
But if your focus was sell-through, and we saw it in the experiment that you ran with the new store.
Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about. Okay,
You got up to $1,000 a week profit.
so this person was kind of naggy in our communication.
Inventory that doesn't sell.
They were like, I'm charging too much for shipping, but little do they know that's just how I do it. But anyway, I put on new at the end of this listing.
Very, very beginning. And even then you
They said keep this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and send them this one because this is the one that's new.
it becomes incredibly expensive.
This Blu-ray is used. It's all listed within the listing, but I got a feeling they're gonna be acting confused all of a sudden, so I'm sending them both.
That's difficult because
The Krampus only cost me $1.
it's sort of capped.
But anyway, 28 later,
Depending on your category.
the 28 days later Blu-ray is used, but it's in great condition. I put out no scratches, but just to be safe, to set them up, I'm gonna send them both, even though they said keep the Krampus. All right, that was $5 took an offer and $7.89 ship.
How many items I sell per day? Those are the two metrics that I keep track of, and those are the two goals that I have every single day. The goal is to list.
To Christian,
So maybe you can go into exactly how to figure
really,
out sell-through, fast sell-through, acceptable sell-through.
3 Christian DVDs.
If you're listening to this podcast, maybe
$5.50 took an offer and $6.69 ship.
100 sales
There.
per week. Well, you can just calculate, okay,
They really want me to put it in a box, but I'm gonna do it like I always do it, is make a makeshift box.
that means that 10,000 people need to see your items.
We got this Root RPG book,
Are you really trying to figure this out? You can
good board game that everybody loves, turned RPG.
Old Navy. List a size
I like the game a lot. Like I like the previous game that came before it, Vast, but nobody ever wants to play that though. But anyway, $5,
So if you were to monitor that, you could figure out
$5.50, $6.69 ship.
I'm always going to pick a brand that has more views, more traffic, more conversion, and typically the most views equals the faster sell-through rate.
My Little Pony, a yellow one,
Genesis, way more searches, millions more searches.
whatever her name is.
So on top of that,
Oh yeah, Fluttershy, $8.19 and $8.89 ship.
no good. J. Crew under $20.
And then yeah, that's all I got. So instead of me just boxing them all up, I'll just let y'all go. But till next time, peace.